Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is MkII and today we've got something quite exciting. What we have here is a 2016 Ford Ranger XLT in a 4x4 dual cab, manual as well. However, it does have a few additional goodies, so if you are using this for any four-wheel driving, your work needs, whatever it might be, the car's already pretty much set up for everything you could use it for. So what we'll do is run around the condition of the exterior and some of the features on the inside of the car itself. Now, starting off at the front end, the first thing you will notice is this color matched front TJM bull bar. Does look quite tough and blends in really nicely with the paintwork of the car, as you can tell. Now on the front, we've got a LED light bar mounted. If you are doing a bit of four-wheel driving or long distance driving, it does help to have that extra visibility in the nighttime. We've also fitted it with some black slimline plates. Ties in really nicely with the whole white and black contrast of the car. And behind that, we've got the big bold Ford badging on the chrome plate here that does say Ranger. Does allow all the other drivers on the road to know that you are driving a Ranger. It does look quite tough on the front end. Now, it does also have color match parking sensors mounted in the front bar, so extra addition to the front of the car. Considering it does have that little bit of extra coverage in the front, it does help when you are parking the car. You've also got LED driving lights mounted on the front bar itself, and your fog lights fitted as well. So if you are using this for any long distance driving or driving around on those cloudy, foggy mornings, you've got everything set up. Now on the side of the car, you do have genuine TJM scrub rails that do go along the side of the car that are mounted from the front bar all the way along the side into the step. Again, it is color matched and ties in really quite nicely with the white paintwork on the car, and the paintwork itself, I must say, looks exceptional. So I do highly recommend you speak to us about our glass coat option, because it is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful paintwork, and considering the previous owner's done a great job in looking after it, I highly recommend you do your part as well. Now coming over to these rims here, what we have are some black XD rims. Really good condition on the rims itself, no damage to the black paintwork, no stone chips, so the color still holds quite nicely, and they are fitted on some BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, so it is pretty much set up to drive straight out of here into whatever you could use it for. Coming across the side of the car, you've got this chrome plate on the side here. It does have a 3.2 litre 6-speed riding in there. It does allow all the others to know what you are driving, and now it isn't functional, but it does add a little bit of detail to the side of the car, and actually ties in really nicely with the color matched side mirrors and door handles. So they are a chrome finish. Again, does break up that white paintwork on the car and looks a little bit, just a little bit extra detail that Ford has gone for. So at the bottom here, it is a plastic surround, just prevent any serious damage happening to anything too expensive on the car. And you've also got your indicator lamp built into the side there. Benefit of that is it does elevate the actual lamp itself, provides a bit of extra visibility to the other drivers on the road if you are indicating, and it does again clear up this quarter panel. So coming across the side, as you can see, nice white side step. In very good condition, I must say, considering what the car was probably used for. Has been looked after really well. Now, one thing I will note is the car doesn't actually come with tint, so I do highly recommend, again, you speak to us about the tint option. It is going to add that extra safety feature as well as all the benefits of tint, and we can tie that in a package nicely for you with the glass coat. So just opening the car up would help to have it unlocked. So looking at the driver's side seat, you can see bolsters are in excellent condition. They're still quite firm, no major damage or wear. Very minimal here, considering the age of the car. It has been looked after, again, really well. Carpets are still in excellent condition, no wear or tear marks, no damage to the carpets or tears. You've got your scuff plate here and a little bit of a grip tape along the edge here. Does stop you from slipping off, and again, protects the actual paintwork on the inside of the car. Now looking at the door card itself, where people can get a little bit lazy kicking the door open, there's no marks here either. So previous owner is quite a careful person, just from the little details that you can see on the car. One thing I will note though is there is a little bit of a clip brake here on the armrest, but it's nothing to be too concerned about. Coming across the side, again, you can just see how well the paint condition is. And if you just get the camera person to pan up, it does come fitted with roof racks all across the back. With this cover here, it does allow you to pull it out if you are using it, doing any work on the car, or if you are just planning on four-wheel driving or camping. You've got that additional stuff already mounted on the top of the car. Coming over to the second alloy, again, great condition on the rims itself, no damage to the paintwork, no stone chips. The previous owners, again, done a great job and fitted on these BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it does also come with the OME lift kit, so rides quite nice and high and does help if you are using it for four-wheel driving. Coming across the back of the car, you've got your genuine rear TJM rear bar. Again, it does protect the back end of the car if you are using it for four-wheel driving or anything it might be. I will note though, there is a little bit of a ding here, but again, it is what it's there for. So the car has been used accordingly, and considering it has been looked after quite well. It does also come with the tow bar already attached to the rear there. I will also note that it does have a reverse camera with your color match parking sensors in the rear bar. So the bar itself have been fitted with parking sensors. Now it does have a hard tonneau cover on the top, which does have a lock and key system. So if you are using it for any tools, you can put anything in there and it is going to be nice and secure. So opening this up, taking a look inside the back here, again fitted with the tub liner, so it just shows you that the previous owner has really taken every precaution to look after this car and protect the paintwork on the interior and exterior, and it's got everything you could possibly need already fitted. So closing this up, really beautiful chrome XLT badging, again very good condition. The chrome still is very quite shiny and reflects really well. Coming across the side, does come fitted with taillight surrounds, again just adds that extra protection and breaks up the color on the side there. You've got your 4x4 badging just on the side, and coming over to the passenger side of the car, you've got your fuel filler cap on the passenger side. Now you can just click that open. It does lock when the car itself is unlocked, and as you can see, it is a diesel fuel tank, so it does give you that assurance. It does notify you when you are going to fill up. Now coming over to the third alloy, again great condition on the rims, considering this is the side that parks next to the curb. You'd expect a bit of damage, but again has been looked after really well, and plenty of tread remaining on these Goodrich all-terrain tires. Now just panning up here, it is fitted with the black sports bar, adds that extra stability to the back end and makes it look quite nice and sporty in itself. And coming across the side, again you've got all your tools here. If you are using it for four-wheel driving, everything you could need is already fixed to the car. Coming over to that fourth and final alloy, great condition on the rims itself, no damage again to the stone chips on the paintwork, and plenty of tread remaining on these BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. So as you can see guys, the car's fitted out quite exceptionally. It's got everything you could need for your four-wheel driving needs. Looks quite tough, and it's been actually they've done a great job in mounting everything on there. So now what we'll do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay of the Ford Ranger, what we have here is a 5-cylinder 3.2 litre turbo diesel motor. Now as I mentioned before, it is fitted with a 6-speed manual gearbox, so do make the shifts really nice and smooth, and quite a smooth drive. And if you did need that extra torque, you've got plenty of gears to shift through that. Now the car itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 6 airbags, so plenty of safety for all the passengers inside the car. And this motor itself produces 147 kilowatts with 470 newton meters of torque, so again plenty of power and torque for any towing needs, or if you are using just have a heavy payload. As I mentioned before, it is a diesel fuel tank with an 80 litre capacity with a combined fuel consumption of about 8.3 litres per 100 kilometers, with an average fuel distance of about 964 kilometers off a full tank, depending on whether you're driving, how you drive, and whether you are towing. Alright, now taking a look inside the Ford Ranger, I would say that the car actually presents really well on the inside. Quite clean car itself, but we'll run through some of the features. So starting off on the driver's side door, do get this really nice plastic door card. Again, it is probably a good work vehicle. It does make it quite low maintenance and prevents anything serious from getting damaged. However, on the armrest here, you've got a really nice leather stitch armrest, quite comfortable again to rest your arms on. And you've got all your power window settings in that armrest there, with your driver's side being fully automatic up and down, and the rest being your standard power window controls. Now just behind that, you've got a window lock option. Again, if people are playing around with the windows in the back seat, you can lock that up, prevent anyone from doing too much damage. Now on the right hand side, just up here, got a really nice door handle with a chrome plate, and does have all your central locking on a button there as well. On the right hand side of the dash itself are your headlight controls, so you can leave it in automatic and the car's just going to detect when it needs to use the headlights and turn it on itself. We've also got fog light on and off button, and the little illumination control for the dash itself, so if you are driving around during the day, you can adjust that accordingly. Now just behind that is a little button for the rear brake rear light. You've also got your left and right indicator, and it also comes with a tech pack in itself. So you've got your lane keeping signaling here, so you can turn that on and off if you wanted to. And again, these are all the added safety features in this car. It does also have your toggles for your side mirrors. Now you can tuck them in if you are parking on the side of the road, and you've got the little adjuster here to adjust your visibility. Left and right indicator is on the right hand side, and on the left hand side are your wipers and washers. Again, you do have an automatic option, so you can just leave it in auto. The car's going to do everything for you, quite nice and easy to use. On the steering wheel itself, really nice leather stitched steering wheel, quite comfortable again. Nice soft padding and great condition on the steering wheel itself. There is a little bit of wear here, however it's what you'd expect from a car. That's probably what it's been used for. And on the right hand side of the steering wheel itself, a few little controls. So this allows you to flick through the little monitor on the right hand side of your cluster, which does give you a little bit of information like your trip, distance, fuel economy, and a few other settings. Below that are your cruise control settings with your adaptive cruise control and your limiter as well, so you can limit the speed on this car. On the left hand side is another little toggle that does help you adjust the controls on the left, and that's more for your entertainment system. So you've got entertainment, navigation, and phone. So all your media controls on the left with your volume, call and reject, and all your Bluetooth connectivity options. Coming over to the head unit, what we have here is probably one of the best head units on the market at the moment. The Sync 2 system does have a 4-quadrant kind of look to it. So on the top left, you've got your connectivity for your mobile phone, so your Bluetooth settings. Below that is your entertainment system, so your media options for CD, AM, FM radio, CD, USB, digital radio, and Bluetooth connectivity if you're using it, as well as SD card and whatever else. Coming back to the home, bottom left is your touchscreen for your climate control, so you can control everything through here, which is really nice to use and makes it quite nice and tidy. And on the top right is your navigation, and as you can see, we are at 20 to 32 Kangen drive, so come check us out if you've got a little bit of time. But quite an easy system to use, quite responsive and quite clear as well. Below that, you've got your hazards, nice and easy to access in case you do get stuck in an emergency. And you've got all your hard buttons for your climate control here. However, you can use a head unit if you did want to. So all the settings here for your dual climate control, driver and passenger, fan speed, and all the other options. Now coming below that, you've got two 12-volt sockets on either side if you did want any additional charging. However, down here, there is a little bit of storage with your SD slot for your navigation system, your auxiliary input, as well as two USB charging points. Coming behind that, really nice leather stitch gear shifter, and as I mentioned before, it is a manual 6-speed, so quite easy throws through the gears, quite comfortable to use. And if you did want to put it into reverse, you do just pull that little lever up and flick it all the way to the left. And as you can see, very nice clear camera in the back there. You can see the rear bar with the tow bar just in the middle, and it does also have the guiding lines for you backing up. Now, nice little feature in this camera is you can actually zoom in. So if you are pulling up to something quite close, you can make it nice and clear. And on the top here, you've got your parking sensors. So you've got literally everything you could possibly need to control this car. Now coming below the actual shifter, you've got a few little controls here. So your downhill descent, your four-wheel drive diff lock if you are doing a bit of four-wheel driving, your off-road terrain, and your auto off, so if you did want to save a little bit of fuel when you are stopped at the lights. On the right side of that is your four-wheel drive select system, so 4 high, 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. You've also got 2 cup holders and a manual handbrake. Again, quite a comfortable position for controlling. Got a really nice vinyl center console for the armrest, and if you lift that up, you can see there's plenty of storage in there, and there is a little vent in here which is going to be for if you do want to keep a few drinks in there, keep them nice and cool. It does allow for a bit of cooling inside the car. You've got 2 keys here that will probably be for your tonneau cover. So car's pretty much got everything, and the condition of the interior is exceptional. So the rear seats have been looked after really well. No major damage or tears again on the back seats, no signs of real wear, and the carpet lining is still in very good condition. And if you just look up to the roof again, roof lining, great condition. Little bit of wear marks or color fading, I'd say, but car's still been looked after really well, and it's got plenty of goodies on there to make up for all the little minor things that could be wrong with, again, a used car. So car's been looked after really well. So now what we're going to do is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video of this 2016 Ford Ranger XLT with heaps and heaps of goodies. Now, if you did have any additional questions in regards to the car, or wanted to test drive, or actually wanted to secure the car before you came in, you can do that. Now, the number to dial is 99070555. Now, however, just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. And what that offers is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. And it does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So you know, if you do get stuck in an emergency, you are going to be looked after, and you've got everything to back you up. Now, as I mentioned before, please do take advantage of the glass coat and tint option, which is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful white paintwork, as well as the tint on the interior, which is going to add a little bit of added protection in the future. Now, if you did have any additional questions in regards to the car, again, as I mentioned, if you did want to test drive it, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.